Hi everybody, Mark from Northeast at Bass Fishing. How you doing? Well, I got a small order from LandBigFish, and actually I had I had like $54 in rewards that I just haven't used. So I figured that was a good time. They were having a sale. They had their I think it was their Memorial Day sale, but I can't keep track because now they have another one for Father's Day. So they keep sucking me in with these sales. But I got a lot of soft plastics here. I wanted to show you guys for one particular technique that I want to improve on. I want to use more this summer. So let me show you what I got here. I did grab a couple of these 3/16 ounce football Neds, the football Neds from Zman. I think they're both 3/16. Yep, 3/16. You guys have seen me talk about, the spring throwing these, with a swim bait, Kitech or whatever swim bait you like to use. But these little 3/16 ounce jig heads with a little soft 2.8, 3.3 swim bait is really killer. Really, really works well, especially when that water's cold early in the year. I don't tend to throw those small swim baits as much in the summer months as I do the spring and the fall. But these are nice little jig heads for that right there. So you guys have seen those in other videos. So I grabbed a couple more. I've always got to throw a bag of Roboworm Neds in. Always keep the stock up. That's that twilight color. One of my favorite Ned baits last year. Probably became my favorite and most used Ned bait. And I see, I see a lot of low stock on these and, closeouts. So I hope they don't go away. Maybe it's just low stock from at the time of year when everybody's using them. But that twilight color is really cool. It's like that dark purple, and then it's like almost a blue. Now that's what, I've said on the other video. It's great about these Roboworm colors, and it's got a brown belly. It's just an excellent Ned bait if you haven't tried it. The Roboworm Ned. And they come in an 8-pack, and they're covered with salt. And then I got a bunch of baits here from different companies for throwing a swing head jig, a wobble head. I took it out the other day. I was throwing it around just to get the feel. I haven't done it in the last year or so. I've only really done it with very limited success because it's something I really haven't done a lot. I know it's a good technique. I want to get better at it. It's really, it's like crankbaiting with a jig. So I'm not going to do a video on that technique because I'm not that good at it yet. But when I get some more confidence in it and can give you some pointers, I will. But some of the best baits to use are, the biffle bug, any, creature style baits. But one of the most popular baits to use for that technique is the Z-Craw from Zoom. So they had all the Zoom stuff on sale at LandBigFish. So I grabbed some different colors. This is a color called Yabby Mudbug. This is one of their newer colors. I don't know where that name comes from. But it's a cool color. And if you have never seen the Z-Craw from Zoom, it's really a your standard craw bait. But what it's good for that wobble head is it has those flapping claws or flapping legs, whatever you want to call it. But that Yabby Mudbug really, to me, looks like kind of like I guess you'd call it like kind of a green pumpkin. It's got some gold and different flakes in there. But pretty cool color. I got a lot of the natural colors. I think it's a 6-pack. So you get a 6-pack with those. You guys see, I have a ton of Zoom baits. I don't have a lot of Z-Craws, amazingly, because I have so many Zoom baits. Let's see, I also grabbed a smallmouth magic color, which I thought looked pretty neat. I have this in I think the Fluke. It's got like a watermelon, and it's got like a silver belly. The watermelon on top. I guess you'd call it a watermelon. Blue flake in there, different flakes. Pretty cool. That one. This is tilapia color, very natural color. It's to me like a green pumpkin with, I would guess you would say that's a green pumpkin. Some blue flake. I see some, I guess that's gold, some green, different flakes in there. That tilapia color is a nice one. Zoom has, one thing I like about Zoom, Zoom is pretty reasonably priced. You know, like everything else, they've gone up a little. But when they're on sale, it's a good time to get them. But they have a ton of different soft plastic molds, and they just have so many different cool colors. Whenever you think, I'll just get a couple colors, you start looking at their color chart. They just have so many great looking different colors, have just little differences to them. Because this is, I showed you the tilapia, this is the tilapia magic. And this is a bait you can use. I mean, I bought this kind of primarily to throw on my wobble heads, swing head jigs. But, I mean, you can flip and pitch this. You can use it as a jig trailer. I would tend to use the junior size more as a jig trailer. But this tilapia magic, it's really that same, like that, looks like that, but they just, that green pumpkin of that other, of the tilapia, but they just throw a whole bunch of different flake in there. Black and blue and I guess silver, and even looks like pink or red or green, all different flakes. So really, that's a nice one right there. Let's see, I also got the sungill color, which is a color I like in other baits that Zoom makes. Sungill is a cool color. Got like a gold to it, like a pumpkin gold. Lots of different flake in there. So you can just imagine that wobble head going along the bottom and this tail flopping around. I'm going to get good at that this summer. It's one of my goals for summer fishing. Let's see, what else did I get as far as the Z-Craw goes? This is just green pumpkin magic. Cannot go wrong with the green pumpkin of any. They probably have, I don't know how many different green pumpkins they got, probably a ton. But the green pumpkin magic has all those, you know, it's your green pumpkin, has all those different flakes in there. Another good option for those natural colors. And then I bought two of the June bug color. I was watching, I think it was a Tactical Bassin video I saw not too long ago. And they were talking about the swing head, and they were talking about how the June bug was their favorite color to use for a swing head. So I was like, okay, maybe I'll try it. I'll see. And I know they're out, you know, they don't live in New England, but I'll give it a try up here, see how that color works. So I actually got two of the June bug, because I only had it in the junior size. But I'll give it a shot for sure. I got two of the June bug. So if it turns out that color is really good, I'll have two of them. So two of the June bugs. I also got another bait that I heard was good for the swing head, and that is the Adrenaline Craw. And this is the junior size. I think that's what they kind of had in stock at LandBigFish at the time. And that's the summer craw. So the Z-Craw, I believe, is a 4-inch bait. I'm pretty sure. This is the junior size of that Adrenaline Craw. Junior, 3.5 inch, so it's 3.5 inch. So a little smaller. So I would think I could probably get this on with a 4/0 hook, which is kind of I think most of the hook sizes I have for the swing heads I do have. So just a little smaller, but that same, you know, the baits are pretty much the same thing. They're not really that different as far as the mold goes, but that's just a little more compact. I think I could probably get away with a 4/0. I don't know if I have any swing heads with a 3/0. I'd have to look. But that is the summer craw color in that XZone Adrenaline Craw. And in that same Adrenaline Craw, I got the black blue flake. That's that 3.5 inch size. Well, your typical, you know, you can see the nice, just the way that claw is made with that plastic, that thicker plastic at the end. That's what's going to give it that thump as it's, you know, as it's moving along the bottom. And I have a ton of Netbait Pack-A-Craws, but this Pack-A-Slim was recommended as a good choice there. I think the Tactical Bassin guys suggested this one too. The Pack-A-Slim 4-inch, and it's in the June bug color. Try swimming that around on the swing head. I have never thrown the pack across swim. I have a ton of pack across, which I probably would work, but there's the June bug in that slim. It's a little more compact, but it is, pretty good size, chunk there to get your hook in. But there's their June bug version, the Netbait from American Bait Works, and I think that's a 9. That's nice. That's a 9-pack, so I got a bunch of those. And this is a color I just love that they have, and that's that Alabama Craw color. I love this. I love this in the Netbait line, this color. It's got that green pumpkin on top, that orange on the underneath belly. I love that color. So I'll definitely throw that on a, this would be a good jig trailer too, probably. I think they make a junior size. This is just a 4-inch regular size. But that's it, guys. So really kind of a technique-specific order with the intention of using these on the swing head jigs this summer. I did rig one up the other day. I took it out and threw it around just to kind of, haven't done it in I don't know if I hooked it up at all last year. And the year before, I don't really remember. I don't know if it's really something I've done since I moved up here to New England much, but I do have a lot of lakes that are rocky that I think it'll play, and I just want to get more confidence in it. And so I got some of these baits to try out. The Pack Slim 4.0 from Netbait, American Bait Works. Those two colors there, that June bug and the Alabama Craw, color I love. I am going to look to get some of the I think it's a 4 1/4 inches, the bigger size, that Adrenaline Craw from XZone. I'm going to look to get some of the bigger size of that. Try them out, but that's the junior size and the black blue and the Summer Craw. And then just a bunch of the Zoom Z Craws. The 2 June bugs I got, you guys saw. That Green Pumpkin Magic. Sungill. The Tilapia Magic. Oh, that smallmouth magic. Everything's magic. Regular tilapia. And the Yabby mud bug. Cool color. And, of course, we got to throw in the staples of our lineup for the summer. You can never have enough Ned rigs. You throw them a lot, they get torn up. The Roboworm Ned, the 4-inch in the twilight color. And then a couple more of those 3/16 ounce Zman mini football heads for throwing the finesse swim baits in the spring and the fall. But that's it. That's it. Kind of like a lot of the same style of bait. So as I mentioned earlier, this is for throwing the swing head, but these baits have other uses too. Jig trailers, flipping and pitching. I have flipped and pitched the Z-Craw before. I like it. It's a good bait, but I'm gonna really focus on that swing head, wobble head fishing this year. So eventually, at some point, after I get, kind of get it, dialed in on the sizes I like, different heads I have some Strike King heads. I think I have some Sandtone Lures heads. I have the old Biffle heads. Some different kinds that I have. I was looking at some other heads on LandBigFish. I was looking at some other ones on Tackle Warehouse I might try. I have some tungsten ones. I have some lead ones, so a little bit of each. So I'm going to give it a try. And start putting that into my arsenal for this, as the fish here by me, what seemed like this week was complete post-spawn. It's the slowest week I've had all season. I think the fish are still on beds, and I don't see them on the lakes I was on. It's kind of a dark bottom lake because I did see some beds, but nothing on them. I did see one fish on a bed yesterday, but it's been a bit of a grind this week. So I think we're kind of facing that post-spawn blues period with some hot weather. So, in another, they'll start to get back into their summer patterns and soon. I'm hoping when they're totally done with the spawn that they kind of want to get the feed bag back on and things will pick up. So, we'll see how it goes next week. Right now, this is Friday, so right now it's thunderstorming here. We're supposed to get, a bunch of thunderstorms rolling through New England tonight, tomorrow, and drop another inch or 2 of water on us. So the lakes are full, that's for sure. But that's it, guys. So I will put links to all these in the description. You can check them out. As I mentioned, LandBigFish is having another sale, a Father's Day sale, 20% off. And other things that are on sales, just specifically you can check out. So I just got that, this literally came today. as to the email for the next sale. And those guys, they must know I'm a sucker for a sale. Sucker for a sale. So we'll see. Maybe I'll get some more colors of those to try out this summer. But that's it. So if you guys have, throw the wobblehead or the whatever you want to call it, swing head, wobblehead. If you do that a lot, and there's other, baits that you'd like to try it, let me know. Let me know, because I like to try different baits, and as I get more confidence in this. All right. So that's it. So thanks for watching. Please like and share this video. If you guys are new to my channel, I am Mark. This is Northeast Bass Fishing, and welcome aboard. So thanks for everything. I'll see you guys soon on YouTube. Mark out.